they do know, and the reaction is like, oh, that's cute. Like, if I don't get whoa, that's such a great idea, that's the only reaction that I am hoping for. If I get anything less than that, I'm like, why did I even come? Why did I? And then people say, well, just because you do it for you, and it's about expressing yourself, and it doesn't matter what other people think. And I'm like, well, if it doesn't matter what other people think, then why am I dressing up at all? Why can't I just show up in my clothes? So much pressure. Dory or Marlin? Keep on swimming. That actually could be kind of fun, and then I could just constantly forget everyone that I talk to. Oh, dear. I can't wear a Shazam costume to an animal party. What animal should I go as? Be a sandworm. Hey. But I feel like that's a two-man job. I'd need Morgan with me. When I'm really down, what do I do to raise myself back up again? Honestly, prayer. I'm a pretty spiritual person. I'm a pretty spiritual person. A pretty spiritual person of the Christian leaning, I cry out to God. I just literally lay down, prostrate just help me God. Just help me God. Help me to get through whatever anxiety or depression or fear that I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll listen to some praise and Christian praise and worship music. Brian and Katie Torwalt, I find them to be pretty awesome. I have an album of theirs that I'll listen to, or some Phil Wickham. I have an album of his that I listen to. That stuff helps me. Meditation, although meditation's tough, because to really get into some deeper mindfulness meditation, you want to give yourself 20 minutes and really check out and just focus on your breathing, and that's tough to do. So particularly tough to do in a city like New York, when you're hearing sirens and beeping and all that stuff constantly. But yeah, I've heard the new Lauren Daigle album is amazing. I've heard that's amazing. God answers knee mail. I've never heard that one. Ben Gwen says, sorry for my English, except that you spelled that perfectly and your grammar was excellent, so I don't know what you're apologizing for. More New York meetups? I've never done a New York meetup. I don't know. I feel like New York meetups just happen when people bump into you on the street. My morning routine to get my day and mental off to a right start, I wake up and I pray. And before I go to bed, I pray. That's what I do. I just try to quiet myself, and I constantly ask God to help me approach in humility, gratitude, and trust. I think those three things are key ingredients to quieting yourself, to knowing that this world is not about you. This life is not even about you. And you are one part of how all of this is working. And yes, you are responsible for your own life, and we need to do the heavy lifting in our life. Nobody else is going to do that for us, guys. But I think it's important to, particularly when I'm feeling stressed and angst out, and I feel like I'm not accomplishing all the things that I think I need to be accomplishing. And I go, what makes you think you even know what you're supposed to be accomplishing? Just one foot in front of the other, and try and be available to others. That's a huge thing, I think. When you feel that urge and that nudge, and hey, and you'll know, because people reach out to you. Sometimes you don't hear from, you'll hear from somebody you haven't heard from a long time. You're like, oh, I think they need some time right now, and it helps take you out of your own shit. Often I find. Let's see. Do I like meeting fans out on the street? Yeah, I like meeting any good people, and fans typically are like, if you're a real fan, then they're full of love and positivity. I say this often, but if you work in the entertainment world or anything that comes with celebrity or fame, I mean, we have very interesting lives, and it's not always cracked up to be, for sure. But I always try to look at it like, you should be so lucky to have complete strangers who know what you do and like what you do and want to tell you how much they like what you do, because that's rarefied air. You don't meet a lot of, I use this example, but how many plumbers are getting stopped on street corners by random strangers who are ecstatic about the work they did on their friend's toilet and are hoping they can get their plunger signed? That doesn't happen. You don't get that. And I think it's important to remember that, with all of the other incredible trappings that you get as an actor, that's one of them. And yes, occasionally you get people that aren't real fans. They're just, they just want from you. They just want to take from you. I liken it to big game hunting. Certain autograph seekers or certain photo seekers, they don't know your body of work. They don't care about your body of work. They just care that you're famous, and they just want to take a photo with you so then they can go show all their friends, like, hey, look who I met. And they always use those words, look who I met. You didn't meet me. You kind of like guilt tripped me, you guilt tripped me into taking a photo with you really quick, and now you're going to go somehow use that as bragging rights? That's like, some dipshit hunters that go to to Africa and go kill an unsuspecting rhino from hella far away and feel real big about themselves, like, yeah, I killed a rhino, look what I did. It's like, go fuck yourself. Go wrestle that rhino to the ground, then I'd be impressed. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So the people who stop me in the street and they just want to take from me, no, I'm not down with that. That feels icky. But if it's somebody who genuinely, really gives a shit about, if it's something I've done that means a lot to them, oh my God, I'm always honored to be able to meet those people. All right, next question, please. Thanks for all the hearts. I do appreciate that. It's always very kind. Please write a book. I might write a book. I'd like to write a book. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot. Part of my problem is that I still have so much self-doubt and insecurity that it'd be very difficult for me to, finally get all that together. But I'd like to. I just want to, whatever, I don't know. I just want to do stuff that helps people. If a book would help people, then I'll try and get there. You want to finance a chick movie? Well, what kind of chicks? Ha! Typo joke. Favorite ice cream? That's a toughie. Favorite ice cream is a toughie. Because ice cream in general is just so good, isn't it? You know what? I constantly go back to cookies and cream, guys. I was a chocolate chip kid until cookies and cream was a flavor, I think. In the same way that I was a blue cheese dressing kid until ranch became a thing. By the way, you should go check that out. The whole history of ranch dressing, I find fascinating. Go Wikipedia that. Because when I was growing up, I was born in 1980. There was no ranch dressing when I was born, or if there was, it was only in like one region of the U.S. or something like that. And it was blue cheese. And it was fine, because it's kind of like ranch is like blue cheese without the blue cheese chunks in it, kind of. But I don't like those chunks. They were always stinky and particularly for a kid's palate, they're just too much. And then I found ranch, and I was like, I'm ranch all day. And it's the same thing with ice cream. I was a chocolate chip kid. And then a little mint chocolate chip, just to mix things up. And then cookies and cream came around. I was like, what is this? And I just I'm a creature of habit. I just love me some cookies and cream. But every once in a while, I'm like, no, I want just some chocolate or just some strawberry. I love a good Neapolitan shake at In-N-Out. If you don't know, you can get that. If you don't know, now you know. So that's that. But then I don't know, I'll shake it up every once in a while, get some other stuff. every once in a while. Some gelatos. I do like a good gelato and a good sorbet. Is it sorbet or sorbet? Or sorbet? What is it? Regionally, we pronounce these things differently. Quarterback Crunch from 31 Flavors. I had Quarterback Crunch for a little while. I remember when that came around. Did anybody else ever just want to climb the sides of the 31 Flavors? Weren't all the 31 Flavors kind of original, like those A-frames? They kind of went like super, like, high-pitched roofs. And all I ever wanted to do as a kid was just climb the outside because it just looked like it was doable. And then you'd slide back down. But knowing if I ever got to the top of that and tried to slide back down, I'd break my legs. I'd like to do a podcast. I would. Although I just feel like there's a lot of podcasts and a lot of great podcasts. And I want it to be something that's, is offering something different than what's out there, which I have some ideas about. But isn't that IHOP? I think IHOP probably had a similar thing too. But I vividly remember in Ventura, California, I'm pretty sure that our 31 Flavors had one of those deals. I could be Pepe Le Pew for Halloween. I could. Excuse me. Am I going to watch Bohemian Rhapsody? Hell yeah. That movie, that trailer looks fantastic. Rami and the whole cast look great. There was a part of me that was a little bummed that he wasn't singing. But then I was kind of like, no, actually, I think maybe it's more fitting that he doesn't, because it's kind of saying like, well, who can sing and do justice to Freddie Mercury? And those songs are so iconic, and it's, I'm excited. The trailer looks fantastic. Tangled 2 or Alvin and the Chipmunks 5. Tangled 2, thank you. I miss you from Japan. I want to go back to Japan. Favorite video game? That's so hard. This is eras, different eras. GoldenEye probably consumes most. If one game consumed most hours of my life throughout my life, it was probably GoldenEye. But The Last of Us is just, like I've said before, it's one of the best just piece of content, movie, TV show, video game, doesn't matter. It's just, it's unbelievable. Mexico wants me. Mexico wants me. Mexico. Tennis me. What else? Come on, guys. Am I going to play Fallout 76? Here's a tidbit. I have not played one Fallout game. Not even New Vegas. I've not played one Fallout. Sorry. I feel like, I suppose I could jump in now. I don't know. But I just downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to lose myself in. But I don't have a TV in my apartment here in New York. I was back in Austin, and I was home, and I downloaded it when I was home, and didn't even get to start playing it yet. And now I'm bringing all my gear up to Toronto, because we're going to go do some really fun additional footage for Shazam up there. And, so that's going to be my entertainment for the next forever. Early in my career, how did I push past your struggles in getting seen as an actor? I mean, honestly, I feel like that was kind of God's providence. I was doing a community theater play, and this woman who was a retired manager randomly saw me in that, got me to a protege of hers who was a manager, who got me to a casting director, who got me to an agency. And then I just went out and did as many general meetings and auditions as I could, and eventually got Less Than Perfect, and then I was kind of off to the races from there. But it's been a journey. I mean,